Brothers, I had to break the hobby streak. It had to happen. I can't I don't know how long I did it for. And I was into it. I'm really into the hobby streak. I'm gonna get back on it. Because hobby streak kept me hobbying. Hobby streak was good for my hobby. To just make sure I kept going, just a little bit every night. And then also making sure I put it on the internet keeps me accountable. And that was real cool. However, this week I got real sick. Because I don't ever get kind of sick anymore. Like I know we live in the age of like COVID now and whatnot. But like the last few times I've got sick, I've gotten so sick, like deathbed sick. And is it because the viruses now are more robust, or is it because I got old and I'm not dealing with it so well anymore? So I didn't hobby streak at all this week. I was in bed for almost the whole week. I laid around, and that was kind of suck. But also sometimes I'm only human. I'm only human. The flesh is weak. But I don't want to come at you and just be like, sorry, I got nothing. So I want to tell you some positives. Got some positive stuff going on. And that is that in June, I am moving. And before we get to the move, let's talk about the past over a year, like for a while now. Like, so Farsier and I started the channel because we both love Warhammer and we both have ridiculously busy lives. And it was my woman who was like, "No, you got to do something for yourself." And so we started a channel, and we did it for like a year, and had great fun. And we were hanging our hat on campaigns and creativity, but then some things happened. Don't like to bring real life too much into the channel. Don't like to talk details, but some things happened, and all of a sudden, Farseer was way too busy for Warhammer. And I'm always, super busy. And honestly, at that point, a sane person would have hung it up, would have just stopped making videos because I got no time for this. He's got no time for this. But we had a Brian Lord. We have Brian Lord, who's part of the team. He doesn't even live in the state, but he's part of the team, right? And we're not going to let that guy down. So we keep making videos, but it's stupid. It's just stupid. Dude and I literally have either 3 or 4 hours a week. Like, we'll get together on either a Monday or a Wednesday, and he'll show up at either 9 or 10. He's got to leave a little bit before 1. And we pack everything into that. And then a lot of the times we'll get together when we just shouldn't. We've got so much to do. We haven't slept, It's been a nightmare, like just for the past a little bit more than a year. And it's going to be that way a little bit longer. However, in June, I am moving. And what is good for the channel, there's a few things that are good for the channel. A lot of the real life around that world, a lot of the bills and logistics and whatnot become far less stressful. I'm going to have a lot less stress on my life, and I'm really looking forward to that. I have been frazzled for a long time now, single father of two over here. But the other thing that about that move that's going to be really good for our channel is I'm moving right next door to the Farseer. He's now my neighbor. And so instead of trying to schedule when we get together, I can just go knock on his wall. "Hey, dude, you got home? Let's go play a turn." "All right, the turn's done. Play another turn tomorrow." And instead of being in such a hurry to get everything done, we won't be in that hurry. We're going to have options for, playing peaceful games. Something I don't like about my personal battle reports is we're always going so fast because we have to. We got to try to get the game in, right? And we miss rules and we mumble our words and just fast, 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 fast. And when I watch the channels that make battle reports that I really like Striking Scorpion 82, and I really like Winter's SEO, and I think those are the two big ones. Also, like Play on Tabletop is doing it right, but I'm not there. I'm not technologically savvy at all. I'm just going to keep holding my phone and making battle reports, but the Scorpion and Winners, they get to go so slow. They talk slow. They're like dreamy almost, just in no hurry whatsoever. And that just might be the life of British people. I don't know. But I would like to do that. I would like my battle reports to be slow. And then I would also really like to get some of the creativity back into it, do some things that are, you know, more work but more fun because they are more work. But I haven't been able to do that in over a year now because no one has the time for Warhammer. I think about it often. I think about how like people in Europe by law they get a certain amount of vacation time. Like they get sick days and vacation days. Like Valrak's always on vacation in Florida. What are you doing here? Valrak shouldn't you be at work? And here in America, we don't get any time off. Like none. I don't get any time off at all. And when I do, like I took time off for being sick, and I'm taking more time off for being sick. I'm don't get paid for this time, and my employer may choose to fire me because I did it. And that's just America. But I wonder if the reason Warhammer is so British is because those dudes just have time for it. I got this many vacation days a year. I got these many sick days a year. If I ever need a time to work on my hobby, I can pull a day here, pull a day there. And like I don't have that. And I wonder like if the reason like Warhammer is not so prominent in America is because Americans just don't have the time for it. Or maybe it is prominent in America, but since no Americans ever talk to each other, it just doesn't seem that way. I mean, I'm sure it's selling here somewhere to someone. But now I'm just talking junk. Anyway, the point being, I have no hobby streak for you this week. I'm sorry, the hobby streak is broken. I will start a new hobby streak very soon, quite possibly today. There is a bright future coming for us. It begins in summer. I figure the move's going to happen in June and probably take me another month to dig my feet in. And then also, like, oh, dude, there's so much good stuff coming. Because dude, there's so much good stuff coming. Like I don't want to sit like nobody cares about what you're gonna do. Dudes are always talking about what they're gonna do. And it's not even what I'm gonna do, but it's that what I have possibilities for now. And I'm really looking forward to it. Not just Warhammer. I want to play One Page Rules, War Surge, and Pro Hammer. I want to play all those games and see what I like best. But also, I'd like to get into Horus Heresy. I really would. But also, I'd love to get into Marvel Crisis Protocol just to paint those big chunky models. And also, I'd love to get into like indie games, like what like Ash Baker plays at Guerrilla Miniature Games. I want to play Gaslands. I want to play Dracula's American. I'm gonna play some Frostgrave. I gotta buy some Lizard Men for my son, because the other thing is one of my children is moving out. One of my children is an adult now, is going to go on to the rest of their lives, and it's gonna leave more time for me and my son to get down and play games. So I'm gonna buy some Lizard Men and play some Frostgrave with him. He's not interested in Warhammer at all, but he plays War Surge with me. And he's super into Lizardmen. There's a YouTube show called, what's it called? It's like Soriana there's this one dude. He's an animator and he makes like this dinosaur Beast World show, Soriana maybe, and it's super good. But my boy's into that. And he wants to paint some of that stuff up. So there's a lot of good that I'm really, really looking forward to. However, this past week was not good at all. And then the past, year or more, I don't want to say it was bad because we did keep it going. We did keep it going and we're still here, but it was really hard to make content, to get content out, to make anything good. I was just really happy to get anything. And also, like, you as an audience, you deserve more than that. Hey, this guy's throwing out anything. Well, I can do better than that. Also, I want to do better than that. I'm one of the narrative players. I want to tell stories with dice. That's what I want to do, and I'm looking forward to more of that. And I feel like as I get older and older, I'll have more time for it, because as I get older and older, I have less responsibility and ambition in other places. However, also, I'm living through the dying age of America right now, where the whole world's going insane, and I don't even want to talk about that right now, but no matter what my plans are, there's a certain amount of uncertainty from outside my circle that I have no control over, and I will deal with as best I can. That's another thing. I have a lot of guilt about being a Warhammer player because, like, shouldn't I be doing more? Shouldn't I be going out trying to, I don't know, save the world? I don't know. Here I'm home, sitting and playing with my spacemen. But, like, any other thing that I want to do or I feel like I need to do, I have to, like, push myself to do. But Warhammer is something I'm compelled to do. I can't seem to stop myself. When I'm not doing it, I think about it. When I'm around it, I want to put my hands on it. I don't have to force myself to do it. I just do it. And I don't want that to be a bad thing because, because the world's ending outside. Anyway, much love to my beloved audience. I will hobby streak again sometime real soon. I got to get a picture of the final product for the Chaos Lord, and I'll be jumping right back on the Skyray, who's almost done real soon. There's no battle report last week and probably this week because the Farseer and I, we have a game on the table now, which is in like turn 4. It's almost done, but we played the first half of that a couple weeks ago, and then I was sick this week or last week, and I don't know. Anyway, I don't know when we're going to finish that. But anyway, I'm losing my train of thought. Much love, everybody. Everybody have a nice day.